Hi there, welcome back to my views and news. Two news stories. Firstly, is Ethiopian military, Ethiopian National Defense Force, making some preparations which are related to a likely war, or are these routine preparations? I have received information from Addis Ababa. Interesting piece of information I want to share with you. It's up to you to interpret this piece of information, but the information is definitely linked to military's preparations. Secondly, a high level Turkish delegation has held a meeting with Ethiopian Justice Minister. It seems that Ethiopia Somalia technical talks are going to start soon. Let's have a look at this news story first, then analyze Ethiopian military's preparation. A high level Turkish delegation met with Ethiopian Justice Minister, former Justice Minister, now he is Minister of Foreign Affairs, Gideon Timotheus. He worked as Justice Minister. Now I think Justice Minister is held by his wife. Gideon Timotheus met with Burhanuddin. Burhanuddin is leading Turkish delegation. He's Deputy Foreign Minister of Turkey. The two met, they exchanged views about implementation of Ankara Declaration. Last year, Ethiopia and Somalia signed Ankara Declaration mediated by Turkish government. The Ankara Declaration led to de-escalation in Ethiopia-Somalia bilateral tensions. The two sides agreed to start technical talks before the end of February and conclude agreements about access to sea, etc., within 4 months after the start of talks. February is ongoing. Now it seems that Turkey is holding separate discussions with Ethiopia and Somalia. And after that, formal talks are going to start between the two countries. Tough talks for both parties. I believe that Ethiopia would like to gain access to sea through Somalia. It would like to gain access to sea through a lease agreement. It would like to deploy its military, its navy to the route leading from Ethiopia to the port in Somalia. Somalia is being told very clearly by Eritrea and Egypt that no matter what happens, Ethiopian military should not be allowed to gain a foothold on Somali coast. Hassan Sheikh walking a fine line. How will he balance his relations with Ethiopia on one side and Eritrea, Egypt on the other side? So talks going to start in coming weeks, it seems. Uh, and after the talks start, we'll see what Somalia offers to Turkey and what Ethiopia wants. Now, its second news story, interesting piece of information. Uh, by the way, whenever 2 points I want to make before the start of this news story. Militaries always keep themselves on alert. Militaries are trained to be alert. Even in times of peace, they keep their men alert. They carry out maneuvers, military maneuvers. They keep their weapons in good shape. They keep all the organs of their organizations in a working condition so that if anything untoward happens, the organs could be activated. Firstly. Secondly, when war is imminent, obviously the preparations intensify. That is why military preparations, military maneuvers, military activities are not always linked to the start of war. Militaries, as I said earlier, keep themselves active. Ethiopian military gets support from medical professionals. whenever it is in need of medical assistance, it asks government hospitals to send doctors, healthcare professionals, even medicines to military hospitals. When a military needs their support, like in times of war, or when military is suffering losses, or whenever there is shortage of healthcare professionals of the military. Military does have its own doctors too, but sometimes the number of injured soldiers is very high, so military requests civilian doctors to report at military hospitals. And if sometimes military makes preparations for a war, in that case too, military asks civilian doctors to report at military hospitals. Now, 4 hospitals in Addis Ababa have received instructions. They've been told to send their doctors, their healthcare staff, members, even medicines to Ethiopian National Defense Force hospitals. The 4 hospitals are St. Paulus Hospital. Secondly, Ras Desta Hospital. Thirdly, Ziuditu Hospital. Fourthly, Yikatit 12 Hospital. Now, we don't know why military is requesting support from private, not private, these hospitals are government hospitals basically. Why is military asking government doctors to report at the military hospital? Either ENDF is facing shortage of its healthcare professionals, its doctors, so it wants support from civilian government employed doctors, or military suffering losses on some front. Which front military is fighting on? Amhara region these days. Mainly fighting is ongoing in Amhara and to some extent in Oromia. Second reason could be that military is suffering heavy losses in Oromia, in Amhara. Third possible reason is that military is making preparations. There could be a major conflict in coming days. And that is why military wants to be fully prepared. People say, I talk to people, they say that they received similar orders before the start of Tigray war. Before the start of Tigray war, military told government hospital to send their doctors and the staff to military hospital. And they say that maybe it's linked to what is happening in Tigray. Military maybe fears that there could be major conflict in Tigray. It might need the support of government employed doctors. So this is what I have learned. It does not mean that I'm saying that war is about to break out in Tigray, but I am sharing with you each and every piece of information about the developments in Tigray, in Eritrea, in Addis Ababa. We talked about rally in Addis Ababa. We talked about the participants of the rally. We talked about Getachew's statement in videos yesterday. I shared an analysis about likely deployment of federal forces. Purpose of making these videos is that we should be fully updated. Picture should be clear. It's not that we're spreading panic. I'm not saying that Tigrayans should just leave their homes and start fleeing the region towards Amhara, towards Eritrea, Sudan, Afar. No, I'm not saying that. I always say that people of Tigray should be fully prepared for all eventualities. If they have to leave Tigray on short notice, they should be fully prepared. But they should not start leaving now. So there is panic in Tigray, and nothing has happened so far to de-escalate the situation. Still, I believe people should not leave their home, their businesses, their jobs. They should wait. but be fully alert and prepared. Thanks for watching.